You said it just right. Like nylon, but with a G, Gylon.
Amazing audience, we are live with Gylon Jackson. Gylon, what's up, my friend?
What's going on, Angel?
Great pleasure to connect with you.
Thank you.
Thanks for making this possible, you know.
No worries at all.
Put you off schedule just a bit.
No, yeah, you moved me from tomorrow to today.
Yeah, but thanks for, keeping the opening. I appreciate it.
In relative terms, it doesn't matter because if somebody watches this a year, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, they're not going to be like, oh, yeah, he's early.
Right.
So which of your talents do you think is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history?
Saying yes. Saying yes. So one of the things, my buddy Joe Garcia, I think you met him.
I did,
right?
The amazing Joe Garcia.
He said, check this guy out. He's going around interviewing podcasters. And I'm like, okay. And my first thing is like, I'm going to get all the podcasters that I know. Yeah. We're going to all get together. We're going to have this. And then work takes over and life takes over. And so you hit me up. I'm like, okay, what time is mine? And I shared it, told a couple of people about it, right? But it's really saying yes, the ability not to be fearful. When I first started, doing some sort of podcast or radio stuff, it was about, excuse me.
It was about live, right?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. No editing at all. It was a while ago, and it was about 10 years ago the first time, and I would listen to my voice, and I didn't like my voice, right?
Oh, really? You have a great voice.
Thank you. And so I fell in love with my voice finally, and I don't care.
Yeah.
So it's the ability just to believe in yourself and want to say yes to things.
Yeah. Who did you learn that from?
Wow. My parents. My goodness, I'm coughing up a storm.
It's cool. We'll get some. Where is water?
There's water.
On the outside?
Yeah, right over there. There's just a small thing of water over there.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be an interesting interview.
Yeah.
I know people are going to be walking in and out.
No, we've experienced that where we that's the biggest challenge. Like if I'm doing a live and my throat tickles.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like
I attempt to do deep breaths and I'm doing all.
I'm trying to swallow my own spit. It's not working.
Well, it doesn't. It just doesn't work. The itch doesn't work.
So where did I learn that from? Yeah, I would. My heroes, are my mother and my father. Right. I don't really look outside of that. It's really my mom and my dad. And then there's a guy, and I'm sure you're familiar with, thank you so much, Gary Vanderchuk, right? There's no excuses involved with him. And I really like that. It's just, let me dig a little bit deeper. In the States, we have this thing where Black Lives Matter. And I think sometimes, and I'm not just going to speak for Black people, but all people, we're worried about what other people think. And we want to apologize for who we are and what we do. And one thing that when I started doing some stuff with different activist organizations, it's meeting people that truly just didn't care, right? This is my voice. This is who I am. Yeah. I'm not going to get it right all the time. I'm not going to say it right all the time. But I'm always going to come from a place of love, passion, and enjoyment. And when I figured that out, that's it. Yeah. Just say what I'm going to say. Do what I'm going to do. And if I got to apologize, I got to apologize. But just be who I'm going to be. Yeah. And that's it.
It's very important.
Yeah.
Very few people are willing to walk that walk.
And especially in our country. I've met some, Jamaican guys. I've met, you're from Trinidad. And this is what I do. This is who I am. And either you take it or you leave it. Yeah. There's some really deep historical context that goes into that also in America. It's enjoying life.
It's interesting. I find that your Caribbean comes out more when you come out of the Caribbean, in that you understand how necessary it is to be true to who you are, because it's very easy to get caught up out here.
Very true.
It's huge. It's a huge system, It's a powerful system as well in that. But the food, my friend, the food just can't compare.
Oh, the food in the Caribbean compared to here?
Oh, the food here cannot compare to the Caribbean.
No, not at all. Yeah. You got natural spices, you got mangoes, you got real bananas growing off of real trees.
Yeah.
I don't know why are my bananas all the same size?
Yeah, I have yet to
Why my apples all look the same?
I think Cajun was the closest thing.
Cajun is a mixture. So we had a Louisiana food truck, my parents.
Sweet.
And it was the Creole. So Creole is a mixture of African, Spanish seasonings and spices. Yeah. So you'll have much more of a Caribbean flair to it.
I got it there. The closest so far. Mexican,
Yeah, but
same
Mexican
as,
is
but-
good, though.
Yeah, Mexican is good.
Yeah, you won't be
However,
that
it's
thin
like-
if you keep. I was that thin
Yeah.
when, when I first started, man.
Yeah, I realized that as well because dollar for dollar, it is like food is super affordable here. You're dollar for dollar. Yeah?
Right.
When you're converting currencies, you get lost though.
You do.
$7 TT make $1 US.
How many?
$7 TT.
Okay.
So if I'm buying a meal for let's say $8, yeah,
Yeah.
that means that's 56 TT.
Wow.
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
I haven't gotten out of converting though. Like
You're in your head, you're converting.
I'm seeing
you're like-
prices in multiples of 7 constantly. But dollar for dollar,
Yeah.
if you would compare, you definitely get amazing food. What's one other thing you've done? But before I even do that, like, what was the name of your first podcast?
TNT Radio, Today in Technology.
Well, that's so
Today
funny.
in Technology.
You know, Trinidad and Tobago is TNT, right?
Yeah, well,
That's amazing, right?
yeah.
That's super
So
cool.
it was so Today in Technology, TNT Radio
Oh, that's super cool.
was the
man.
first one, and then from that I moved to a high definition little radio station.
Right.
That you had to have a special high definition radio to listen to it, so nobody in the car could listen to it.
Yeah,
But you had to stream it online or whatever, and I did that for about 8 or 9 months,
Wow.
and then got away from it. And recently, in the past year and a half,
That's good.
we've gotten back into
Well
it.
done, well done.
Thank
So,
you,
what's
thank you.
one other thing you've done consistently over the last 3 years?
One thing I've done consistently over the past 3 years: eat. One thing that I've done consistently over the past 3 years. Consistently over the past 3 years, one of my clients is a belly dancer, right? And she's been belly dancing for 40 plus years. I came in about in 2012, 2010, and helped her build her online presence and editing her videos and stuff like that. So for years and years and years, she's been putting on these shows, and it's called Give Belly Dance a Chance. So consistently for the past 3 years, I've helped her put on those shows and produce those shows.
That's cool.
She brings in a huge band, Arabic band, mixture of Muslims and Christians, and they play these amazing songs, amazing music, and they dance to the live music. So whereas the tradition in a lot of countries is you dance to live music, live drums, in America, it seems like we're much more recorded, rehearsed, and doing choreography. And so her thing is called Project Band. Her name is Karen Barbie Atkinson. And what she does is she pulls people away from that and makes them dance to live music. So now they have to improv.
Looking back, how does it make you feel to know that you have been doing that for the last 3 years consistently?
It's opened me up to different cultures. It's opened me up to, the Middle Eastern culture in a lot of ways. It's made me feel good because I feel like I'm contributing to, expanding the culture of America and having people's eyes open up to things that they normally wouldn't look at or they wouldn't think about, or they had an idea about what a belly dancer is or was or what they look like, and it's nothing like what we think.
Yeah, I'll definitely go look at that. It sounds intriguing.
Yeah.
The music part as well.
Oh, the music, and then to hear the influence of the music from the Middle East and how that's flamingo music, Mexican music, popular culture music, to hear these original, sounds being played and how music is so intertangled and intertwined in our culture and what we do.
So if someone is artistic and they want to reach out to you, where's the best place for them to connect with you to expand their brands?
Okay, so as my job is a multimedia consultant, right? If it touches a computer, I do it, from blogging to setting up websites, flying drones, pictures, video. I'm that internet dude, right? So I'm a multimedia consultant. My passion, of course, is I don't know why I've been calling it blogging today. That's so weird. There's some energy within us that keeps on saying blogging, but podcasting is Tailgate Radio. But if people want to connect with me, it's Gylon. Just type in Gylon Jackson, and you will find me as Gylon. Last name is Jackson, of course, and you can find me. So Gylon at Big G Labs is my number one spot.
Let's switch gears for a moment.
Huh?
Let's switch gears for a moment.
Okay.
Let me invite you now into my time machine.
Talk to
That is
me.
surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water.
I thought you were gonna say women, but okay. The water's good.
What is your earliest childhood memory?
So my earliest childhood memory is when my dad was stationed in Istanbul, and I don't know why I remember this, but he used to have a friend, and they'd come up and they'd grab my nose, and he's like, "I got your nose," and he'd be like that, and he'd turn around, he's like, "I got your nose, I got your nose," right?
So
and I don't think I ever believed him, but it was something that's one of my memories, and I was really young.
Would he like physically hold your nose?
Yeah, he would physically hold my nose. He pinched my nose, and then he pulled. He's like, "I got your nose." And he put his nose. Like, I know, right? It's like the stupidest thing in the world, but that's one of my earliest childhood memories.
Why do you think that memory is so clear, though?
I don't know. I don't know if it's because the story's been told so many times, or if I actually remember that. But that's one of my earliest childhood memories.
Weird question. How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
The fact that I want to have a nose job one day. No. I don't know. I don't know how it connects. Yeah. It's really maybe just the joy of life and not taking things too serious. Yeah. Which may be a detriment to life, because I am a clown in a lot of ways. I am, a jokester. I don't take things serious. I think tripping kids is hilarious, right? And I don't think people think that. I find joy and peace and happiness, or joy and happiness, in some of the weirdest places. Yeah, I think part of me is an islander. Like, I love the water. Yeah. Like, I am a water baby. I don't do it nearly as much as I would, but my dream is to retire somewhere. So I don't know. I don't know how that bridges the gap to now. It's a really interesting question. Yeah. So can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind with the memory? Okay. I just love the concept of reality, the truth. How the truth could look like something. Yeah. But understanding that there's a difference. That there's a difference in. I mean, it's like, you're being conned. Yeah, right, exactly, exactly. There's a reality. Right. But yeah, it looks real. So that's it. That's just where my mind went. If we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song? Ooh, 12. I'm 46 now, so that'd have been 34 years ago. It'd have to be something rap and hip hop. Michael Jackson, probably. What song? Somewhere that's probably in the Thriller time, so that would have been I'm Bad. That would have been Thriller, somewhere in that time frame. Anything Michael Jackson. Anything Michael Jackson. Love it. Yeah, it's just that's I wasn't listening to a whole lot of rap. Right, I was in the South. It wasn't like New York and L.A. But yeah, probably Michael Jackson. That's cool. Probably Michael Jackson. We've arrived at our destination. Okay. Before we get off of this time machine, small declaration form. Yes or no? Are you ready for this? Yes. There we go. Yes. Gylon, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to? Ooh, yes. Are you married? Yes. Huh? Are you married? No, I'm not married. Do you have children? Yes, I do. Do you believe in God? I believe in a universe where we're all connected and we're all God. Do you have an inner circle of friends? Yes. Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day? No. How about 3 hours a week? Sometimes. What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? More than 8 or less than 8 hours a day? Oh man, way more than 8. If you had to share with us your own unique, real statement, a statement that represents Gylon Jackson, what would you say that is? Don't let perfect get in the way of possible. I love that. That's great. That's great. Yeah, I heard it a while ago, and that's I see so many people waiting to jump. I don't want to say I've had this idea, what you're doing, but I've had some, similar thoughts. And I see other people doing it. And I'm finally at the point in my life, I'm like, good, they're doing it. Yeah. Rather than, man, I could have done that, Yeah. And so it's because I've let perfect get in the way of possible. I love that. But then when I see somebody like you doing this, and you've said that time and time again, this is why I'm like, okay, we have to meet Gylon, because throughout the entire thing you were saying, I'm really glad you guys are doing this, man. I'm really glad you guys are doing this. I am, because our voices need to be heard. Yeah. And when I say our voices, I'm saying everybody's voice. And I've seen you all interview people from different walks of lives, different sizes. You interviewed my buddy Joe. everybody. And because we're made up of so many different things.
It is amazing.
But we're all connected, and this is one way to connect us all.
Better believe it. This was a great pleasure, my friend. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Thanks for watching, first of all. If this dude is in your town, look him up. He'll call you. He calls. You may not understand his accent at first, and you might think he's a telemarketer, but he's not. I was just joking. But pick up the phone. You get to meet him. They're loving, beautiful people. His partner that's traveling with him has the sweetest smile, and it's warm. And it's just good. It's good. My buddy Joe texted. They're like, man, Ingle and this girl they're great. And we need more great people. With all the stuff that we're going through in America right now, man, we need to show people how great that we are individually. So people can start making decisions on who we are as individuals and not try to say, well, you're black or you're this or you're that. We're all one. And so when I hear about God and stuff like that, I just think of a universal truth that, and if I could leave anybody with anything, this is going to be crazy, right? But as we sit here, I'm breathing in your air, you're breathing in my air. We shook hands. We're exchanging skin cells. I'm going to wipe my nose. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are literally recycling each other.
Yeah, man.
We're literally, so in a million years, you're going to be this table. I'm going to be that brick.
Yeah.
And that's my only universal truth, is that we are truly, truly recycled.
I love it. Gylon Jackson, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you, sir.
Did you have fun?
I had a wonderful time, dude. It doesn't get any better than this. It does not get any better.